Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's getting a little late here, but I wanted to squeeze in one more react before the end of my night, and I take a bit of a nap before I work this evening. So, Foodie did a food vlog on top of the live that she did at the night market. I've already done a react to that, and I will give you guys a warning. This food vlog is an entire mess. Literally, it's a mess. She makes a mess and a spectacle of herself, but could we expect any less out of Foodie? No, not at all. It's not Foodie unless she makes a mess and she makes a spectacle of herself. So I want to go over the video itself as well as some clips on Twitter because Twitter, whatever. I can't even talk right now. It's so late. I'm so sorry. Twitter, let's try our words. Twitter has all kinds of cool stuff sometimes. And I like to show you guys stuff, foodie stuff, cool stuff. So I've got some brief stuff to go over on Twitter. And then we'll move on to the video itself. So I'm going to go ahead and just share the screen. And some of the things that I found on Twitter had to do with content that she clipped out. So remember, I was watching the react and I'm like, what did she clip out? Well, apparently Foodie clipped out a part in the live where somebody straight up was filming her. So I guess she saw that in the live later and said, I don't want this in here. So, okay, this is courtesy of Two-Tailed Caperer and Malarkey Meter. Malarkey Meter slowed this down. So Malarkey Meter says, slow down for full effect. Foodie Beauty being photographed by a vendor. And she says her anxiety isn't because she's self-conscious. So you can see, okay, shut up. I don't need sound. We don't need to hear you talking, Foodie. So there's Foodie, and you can see the young lady behind her. Like she is just straight up filming Foodie. Look, there she is. She's coming up directly behind Foodie with her camera phone in full view. And you have to wonder how Chantal did not see that. Since she's filming in her camera, I'm sure she could see directly behind her, right? Couldn't you see directly behind you? So this lady is filming her, straight up got the camera on her, and for some reason, Chantal, she decided to clip this part out. Why'd you clip it out, Foodie? You said you don't care if people see you in public. You don't care if they film you in public. You don't care if they stare, but apparently you do care. Because this person's filming you and for some reason you got rid of it. There it is again. This is the part that she did not leave in the video. And what's funny and ironic to me is that Foodie has no problem whipping out her camera and putting it in people's faces. She has no problem filming anybody that passes by her, whether it's a man, a woman, children. She films monuments she's not supposed to. She'll film people without their consent. But if somebody does it to her, suddenly she's bothered. So you don't like something being done to you that you do to other people, Foodie. So how does it feel to swallow a dose of your own medicine? Somebody like flipping the script and filming you. I'm just wondering. Okay. Michael B. Petty says, but Foodie Beauty being such a disgusting slop, Salad needs to just put her in one of these when she's eating. Well, here, you know what, Michael? Great idea, but knowing Foodie, even if you put her in a kiddie pool when she's eating, she'd still find a way to get the food outside the pool. Because we all know that she likes to drop food on her clothes and whatever else. So I don't even think a kiddie pool would work. I think she'd get food outside the kiddie pool as well. Okay, this is from MC, Miss Mary Cab, saying this is a face that she'd use to try and con grandma out of another pudding cup. Now, I'm including this in my react for a reason, because that right there is her thumbnail for the video. So you guys can see, a lot of stuff has been photoshopped in, edited in. Like she put a whole bunch of food in the video that isn't even there. The food that she's eating in the react do not look like this, not even close. So she's eating a lot of very tired, bland looking food, but yet in the thumbnail, she's going to make it more colorful to make it seem like more than what it is. So thank you for putting on Twitter, Miss Mary Cab. Appreciate it. And this is a clip of the lady filming her. Straight up filming her. How does it feel, Chantal? Somebody filming you without consent. I'm sure she had to have seen that in the camera view. You can see things going on behind you. How did she not know? Oh, here's something interesting from Danny Howlight. Foodie Beauty obviously bought likes on her new video. Yeah, so y'all look at the numbers. So this video had 373 views, right? Look down here, 4.4K likes. And for those that are wondering, can you buy subscribers for your channel? Can you buy likes? Can you buy views? Yeah, you can. There are different websites where you can pay a certain amount per subs, views, whatever. But clearly that's what Foodie's doing. She's not just happy with just buying subs for her channel. She's also buying likes, because when a video or a live stream is liked, it pushes it higher in the algorithm. So the math ain't mathin', Foodie. 373 views. So 4.4K likes. This is what you're spending your money on. You're in Thailand. You have no idea how long you're going to be in Thailand. Shouldn't you be saving your money in case you got to stay there longer? Why are you wasting your money on fake, phony likes and subs? You should be keeping the money in pocket instead of trying to push yourself up to the 100K subscriber line. Because even if you get there, before YouTube sends you your YouTube plaque, they review your channel. And if there's anything phony about what's going on, they won't send it to you. But go ahead and waste your money if you like. Do what you want. It's your cash. Okay, like, warning, everybody. Also courtesy of Miss Mary Cab and Miss Robinson. So this moment happened in the video where she's eating the food and look, there's some kind of liquid, look, straight up spilling on her. How can you not feel that? I mean, it's one thing to drip like a little bit of something on you, but to have liquid just straight up pouring on you, and yet she doesn't care. She does not care. And Bunny Angel also remarking on the ratio of likes and the number of views. The math ain't mathin'. Bunny Angel says, WTF, is that a like figure? That just doesn't make sense. 4.4K likes, but only 373 views. Stop buying subs, likes, whatever. We all see what you're doing. Shame YouTube aren't doing their job. Yeah, YouTube is lacking. They're slacking a little bit. But if she tries to apply for the 100K to get her plaque, they do review the channel. And if they see that she's got fake views or fake subs, they'll remove everything. So she's just wasting her money for nothing, but I love that for her. Another one from Mrs. Robinson saying, who buys a mukbang table for their vacation? Unless they're on a visa run and their visa got denied or is taking too long to process, so they're stuck in Bangkok. So yeah, I found that weird too, that she is in Thailand, but she's been buying things that really you shouldn't be buying until you get back home from a vacation. She's bought a cat scratcher. She bought, what else did she buy? Cat scratcher, cat bed, beauty products. Now she's buying a mukbang table. Why would you buy these things if you're getting ready to go home? Unless you're planning to stay somewhere for a while longer. So I don't know how long Foodie's going to stay in Thailand. Maybe she doesn't either. But she felt she needed a mukbang table, so she went out and got one. So don't know if she's stuck in Thailand, but if her visa is getting denied, the one thing that Salah has on his side versus Foodie not having on her side is I'm sure if Salah is stuck in Thailand and he wants to come home, all he has to do is make a phone call back home to the fam. And if he says, I'm done with her, can you please send me money for a ticket home or buy me a ticket home? They'll come, they'll rescue him. She doesn't have anybody she can depend on. So just something to think about, Salah. You can get away from foodie anytime you want. Anytime at all, sir. Let's see what else we got here. Back to the thumbnail. Okay, so that's it for the stuff on Twitter. There wasn't much, but I just thought I'd include that for all of you. So let's go over to the video itself. Okay, we're just going to pull it up. Okay, so we're starting out the video. Okay, back it all the way up. Looks like she's been working on a bit of an intro. Finally. So let's get to, shall we?
Hello, foodie beauties.
You know, everybody's been getting on Foodie's case about the microphone being too close to her mouth. And she's done enough videos with a new microphone. She should know what's too close and what's too far away. But before we even get started with the video, she's apologizing and saying, so my double chin and hijab were rubbing on my lapel microphone. Next time I will put it on the table. Sorry. You shouldn't have it that close to your mouth, Foodie. You're not doing an ASMR video. See, if you were doing an ASMR video, yes, you'd want to have the microphone close to your mouth because then the emphasis would be on the sounds and getting the tingles and the chewing. You're doing all the wrong things and you don't know what kind of video you're doing. All you care about is shoving food in your face.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. I want you to
that's classic Foodie too. What she's doing right here, she used to do that. This is OG Foodie. I remember her doing this back in the day. She's bringing back a lot of things from like her earlier times on YouTube. But I don't think she's getting it through her head like those days are gone. The days of just getting on YouTube and eating some food and getting a bunch of views, those days are done. Because the mukbang trend has evolved. People are doing different things now. They're becoming more flashy and colorful. They're incorporating themes. Everything looks good. Everything is very appealing. They're doing unusual themes. She's still stuck on just doing the basic stuff and thinking that's still going to sell. I mean, before we even get deep into this, y'all look at her setup. So she's sitting at this table. And at first I thought it was a very small table. But then I was corrected by some friends who said, no, that's a full-size table. That's the kind of table that you use, like if you're sitting up in bed and you're wanting to read a book or eat a meal, you put that, like on the bed so you can do so. That's a full-size table. But I don't know what she's sitting on, but she is down low. And like her chin is like almost like an inch away from the table's edge. She's down too low. It makes you wonder, like, what are you sitting on? So we're starting out with her like down low. Like the focal point is her head and the table. And even though this is supposed to be a mukbang video, she doesn't have the food already ready. Like there's nothing professionally laid out. This is her video. She can take some time and set everything out and make it look nice. But the food she's going to eat is still wrapped up. It's still in the bag. It's still in the containers. Sloppy. Sloppy and tacky, Foodie. I'm not even a mukbanger. I don't even do those kinds of videos. But I do know that when you do videos or lives on YouTube, it's about presentation. And yours sucks. You want people to get into your videos. You want to get a lot of views, but you are not the least bit concerned about presentation and how things look. You're going to come on camera with this right here. This is something an amateur would do. So you can't make the excuse of, I didn't know any better. You do. You just don't care.
You need to do the setup with me today. The setup is boring and I need the company. Okay, thanks.
What was that? Say that again. Say that one more time.
Hey. I want you to do the setup with me today. The setup is boring and I need the company. Okay, thanks.
Wait a minute. You want us to do the setup with you? It's not up to your audience to set up everything. So you're saying to the audience before we even get started, the setup is boring. Well, that just sounds like something happy the audience wants to hear. I'm watching a video. I'm watching this person and they're saying before we even get started, the setup is boring. Okay. So if you know it is, why aren't you fixing it before the camera is turned on? Why aren't you being professional? You want to get a lot of views like all the other world vloggers, travel vloggers. Why aren't you taking 10 minutes to set this up correctly? You know, have your drink ready, have your food ready, take things out of the bag, take things out of the takeout containers. This looks so bad.
Did you hear that pipe noise? It sounded like someone was going. Anyway, I decided on the mic. Yes, I know some of you don't like it. Some of you do. And you know what? I like it too. All right, so I have Indian food because
I don't think the mic is the problem. The sound quality is fine. It's just like where you have the microphone. It's too doggone close. Too close. It's right there at your mouth. And honestly, I would think it's a bad idea to have your audio equipment that close to your mouth with you being sloppy. You're going to drop food on it and then it's going to get ruined. Then what you going to do?
I need to eat this like every other day, I swear. Veggie samosas. Yes. And by the way, this is a new mukbang table. Comes with a place to put my grape Fanta and everything.
Oh, yay you got a new mukbang table. Good for you. So you were in Kuwait for months, eating off of a laptop box. Couldn't be bothered to get a table, but you got a table for Thailand? Why weren't you this professional in Kuwait? I wonder.
Okay. Oops. There we go. You guys, setting up mukbangs are
already starting out bad. She's taking things out of the containers and food is spilling on the table. Like, you know what? If this were this kind of ASMR video where people are getting into the sound of ripping through bags and boxes and containers, this will be a success. If she just took out the food and got a bunch of boxes and containers and just ripped right through them, and that was everybody's jam, and she labeled it an ASMR video, it might do well. But the people that are into food vlogs, they want to see things well presented from the get-go, from the very start of the video. Because if you have a YouTube channel, you know, like there's so many channels on YouTube that you have to grab somebody's attention right away and give them a reason to stay. But if they're there for a food vlog and the food looks like crap and it looks unprofessional, within a couple of minutes, they're going to be gone and they'll go to somebody else. So, you know, she's wasting time ripping into the food, ripping into the containers versus, hey, this is this food over here. And this is what this is. And here's the backstory of this food. And this is how this dish is made. The time that she's wasting tearing into the containers, she could use to explain the food, what's in it, the origins of the food, what it's used for, you know, if it's served on different holidays or events. Make the video informative. But she's not that professional.
rice. That's for Salah.
What? That's not for Salah. He's not going to eat that rice off the table.
Okay, he has fish masala. So I'll give him that. And we have palak paneer. I hope it's really...
Is there a reason why His food is going on the floor. If that's his food, wouldn't it be wise to put it in some sort of refrigerator in the room, like somewhere to keep it cold? Because food does go bad when you leave it out. It spoils and then people get sick. Why are you putting it on the floor? Take his food, and if there is some sort of refrigerating item in the room, you put it in there so it doesn't go bad. It doesn't belong on the floor.
Delicious. It looks watery, so I'm a little sus. Oh, we have a naan and aloo paratha. Cute cucumbers and carrots. And this mint stuff for these. I'm gonna pour the
mint stuff. She have no idea. She's describing the items. Oh, we have these, carrots and pickles, and then we got this mint stuff. Well, what's the mint stuff? I mean, you only got a few items on the table. You couldn't figure out what everything was, how it's made, what it's used for. You're going to call that mint stuff. That could be anything. That could be a sauce. That could be a marinade. What exactly is the mint stuff? You want people to get into your food vlogs, foodie, but you can't describe the food. Mint stuff. It's mint stuff, y'all.
stuff all over them right now. Mint stuff, mint stuff. All right, so that's what we're having today for dinner. And I know you've seen me eat this about a million times.
Yeah, so why are we seeing you eat it again? You're in Thailand. There's tons of food. There's tons of different food. And you're eating the same stuff over and over. It's almost like a middle finger to the people that are on her channel, that they want to get into her content. It's almost like she's flipping the middle finger at those people, saying, I know you're here for different content. I know you want to see interesting stuff, but I don't care. I'm going to show you the same stuff over and over and over again, and you are going to watch over and over and over again. And I know you're going to get bored, but guess what? I don't care. It's what I want to do. So I don't care if I bore you to death. I'm still going to make money. So she's confessing to everybody right here. I've already eaten this a million times before. You've seen it. But I don't care. There's a night market with all kinds of food that I could pick. I still don't care. I'm still going to eat it. She does this stuff because she can get away with it. Because the people that are on her channel, they're not standing up and saying, hey, you want us to watch your videos? You want us to watch your live streams? Then you need to step it up and give us something interesting. We're not going to let you get away with the same old all the time, because if you keep doing this, we'll go somewhere else. We come to YouTube to be entertained. So either entertain us or we'll stop watching. It's just that simple.
But like I said, it's what I'm having for dinner tonight. And I always say, I'm not going to just do okay, if you guys want to request something, that's different. But I don't do specific mukbang trend foods just for the sake of it, for the video.
You big liar. There's many videos on your channel where you were trying to go viral. That if you saw some sort of a trend, like eating the very hot, spicy noodles, you did it. You were trying to cash in on the trend. But the only thing you're cashing in on anymore, foodie, is you're exploiting your size. And you're trying to attract the feedy people. You put tags in your videos trying to attract them and to signal them. You will say and do things in your lives and your videos trying to signal them your way. So that's basically what you're going for these days. You're trying to cater to them and attract them. Try to get some of those people back that over the course of time you lost. But you're just not getting it through your head. Yes, you may get some of those people back, but it's not going to be enough, because your habit with food is off the chain. Whatever money you make, you spend on food. I'm sure your food bill is through the roof to the point where Salah can barely keep up. The more money you make, the more you spend on food, the more you spend foolishly. So you're never really able to get ahead. It's just a matter of you treading water, like you're staying in place. You don't get ahead. Barely keeping your head above water this way.
Video. That's the difference, you know? I don't know. For me, the eating is like the background of the show. I just like to talk a lot. Some days I'm not talkative and it's about the food, but anyway, I talk too much, so.
But here's the problem. This is not a talking vlog. The title of this vlog says Indian food in Bangkok mukbang. So with the mukbang, the food is the main star, right? You're calling this a mukbang, so the food is the main star. This is not a video focusing entirely on you putting food in your mouth. It's about, look at this food. It's appealing and it's exciting, or it's wow, and I'm going to eat it. There's no wow factor here. I'm not wowed. I'm very underwhelmed by what I see. It looks very bland. Sorry, Thailand. I'm not putting you down at all. I'm just going with what I see with her. But the food, the presentation is not good. It's not good at all. This isn't wowing me at all. And the way she's talking about it's very monotone. It's very like, okay, I'm hungry and I'm just going to sit down and eat and film it and that's it. There's no enthusiasm here. There's no positive energy. It's just whatever. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's whatever. Well, whatever videos don't make a lot of money, foodie.
What's this? Okay, so yum, the yummy green sauce. Okay. I want to get this unwrapped and eating. It's these little elastics they put on, you know what? They put on everything. These elastics everywhere, no matter what restaurant it is.
Well, you're in Thailand. There's no scissors in Thailand. There's no knives. You do food videos. You and Salah have been out more than once. You guys couldn't stop somewhere and get some forks, some knives. None of that? No? No? Nothing to help you set up, you know, this kind of video and make it look professional?
So, it doesn't really matter. But if they don't properly pack your food, I mean, especially if you're putting it in a bag. Like, I've never been somewhere where bagging like that for like they bag all their liquids. Okay, this is really liquidy. Don't tell me this is gonna be. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. There better be cheese in there. Thank you. And they didn't give us any cutlery, I noticed. So that means, guys, I have to eat with this weird spoon. Oh well. I think this is my nan. Oh, this is the paratha. Okay, this is the garlic naan. Okay.
She's smelling the bread like it was freshly baked. Now, if it were freshly baked bread, I can see smelling it because it would still, you know, you could smell that it was just freshly baked bread. But I can't imagine that it would smell that much if it's cold.
Bismillah. Let's try one of these first. All right. Beauty boy.
Why are all the jump cuts for?
Oh.
Okay. I know a lot of you that you don't want to watch her eat. I get it. And because of that, I'm going to be kind. And I'm going to issue some trigger warnings. Trigger warning. The jaw clicking is active in this video. It's about to happen. I hate the jaw clicking, by the way. And the jaw clicking happens when she stuffs her mouth so full that she has to literally unhinge her jaw to get it all in. So it's about to happen. So for those that might be listening with headphones or at home, I am so sorry. Not my favorite thing. Not at all. There we go. There it is. Oh, that jaw popping. I can't stand it. Make it go away. And it wouldn't happen if she took smaller bites. But she literally stuffs her mouth so full that she just opens up wider and wider to get more in. Foodie, slow down. I mean, I'm looking on that food. There's no legs. I don't see legs. And I don't see wings. It's not going to fly away and it's not going to run away. Why are you rushing? Slow down. Part of the fun with food is enjoying the taste of the food, making it an experience. It doesn't make any sense to me to buy food and then eat it so fast that you don't even taste it. What is the point of having good food if you don't even taste it because you eat it too quickly?
Mm.
Oh, the jaw clicking.
Samosa.
What was that? What was that? What was that? So what was that fake, phony, delayed reaction to the food? What was that? Like, if you're tasting something you like, it's that first bite that if you're going to get a brain explosion, it's going to happen then. But her expression was delayed. Like she took a bite, ooh, and then she did like, the eyes rolling in the back of her head and her eyes crossing. What the heck was that? That was so odd. Oh, Lord. Is this the part where she spills on herself? Hold on. I think I missed it. So sorry. I'm backing up. Okay, you know what? We're going to blow it up because this is important for context.
Samosa.
So she said something and she... What was that? I don't even know. Oh, there it is. Y'all see it? Do y'all see what's going on here? What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this picture? To this big dumb idiot sandwich, she's got the container in her hand and it's tilted to one side and there's liquid spilling down the front of her abaya. Look at it. I mean, like I said, it's not just a couple of drops. Like there's a whole, I would feel that. I would feel if like I had like stuff spilling down my front and be like, what the? It doesn't even faze her. Not at all. Look, like a whole bunch of it. She made a mess of herself.
Nice hiss. That's Steve from MRE.
And so she didn't even notice her abaya getting all messed up. She just kept it rolling.
If you want to see the channel, just type in Steve MRE. He's very popular. Ooh, ice cold grape soda. And this guy, okay, he reviews MREs, like military rations, food that soldiers would get.
I think I actually know of the channel she's talking about. I think I've seen the channel. It's a very interesting channel. But what does a person who reviews MREs have anything to do with you? What do you guys have in common? Absolutely nothing. You know what I think, Foodie? I think you're running around on YouTube to see what's trending and what's popular, like who's getting the most views and why. But you're still not getting it. If you don't have a passion for your content, if you're not willing to elevate it and bring it to a place where it looks good, it sounds good, it's professional, ain't nobody gonna watch. These are not the early days of YouTube where there aren't that many channels. There are millions of channels. And a lot of people are getting on YouTube and they're showcasing their skills, their talents, their passions, what they love to do, what they love to show people. And those people will always get the most attention versus someone that clearly you can see that As far as their content, they are completely checked out. And that's what's happened to you. You're burnt out on YouTube. You're so entitled. You've been so dead spoiled by the YouTube money and really not having to work for it. You're actually burnt out. You have no passion for your content anymore. And that's why you don't even try. You don't even try to do good work. You're just skating off the fact that you've got X number of subscribers and you get X number of views. And as long as you get a regular paycheck from YouTube, you're good. That's why you stopped working for it. You stopped trying.
If they were in the military, and he ate something once as old as like World War II.
So what does that have to do with what you're doing right now? Nothing. Nothing.
That's not even the scariest part. The scariest part, it was still good. Ketchup, I know. Blasphemy.
Look at her just stuffing her mouth full.
Not bad.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Let me tell you something. If she were sitting at my grandmother's dinner table and she did that in front of my grandma, my nana would give her the look. Because in my family, that's all you got. That's your only warning. You got the look. You got the cold stare from across the table. And that stare, there was a message that was telegraphed with the eyes. And that message was, you better straighten up. You better fix yourself right now. You got 3 seconds. Growing up in my family, you recognized that look and you straightened up and you fixed yourself quick. She tried doing this in front of my nana, she would have gotten the look. And if she didn't straighten herself, it was going to get serious.
Anyway. Starting to thunder. So this guy always opens his rations and says, nice his.
Those sounds.
You know what?
You know what's funny is that I watch other mukbang channels, and there's one in particular I like, and I'm probably going to mispronounce the name badly. So if I do, I apologize, but I'll just spell it. I believe she's Korean or Japanese or Chinese. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but her name is Tzuyang. She's very pretty, very, very pretty. And she does videos and she's so nice to everybody. So sweet. And she's small, but she can put the food away. But every food video that she does, the food is interesting. It looks great. It looks colorful. It looks fresh. It looks amazing. And she racks up thousands of views. On top of that, she also owns a couple of restaurants, but she's the most lovely personality. And then there's this one. This one. Then you watch her food videos and it's like, why even bother continuing to watch? There's nothing keeping me here. The food does not look appealing. The setup is sloppy. The background is dull and beige. The lighting is dark. Like, why am I even here? She wants people to get into her content, but she gives them absolutely no reason why. There's not even an interesting conversation.
I'm starting to love this weather. All right, let's try this oily mess.
Oh, a nice way to describe the food. You ordered it. Obviously, you ordered it and you're going to describe it as an oily mess? Nice, real nice. And you know what? Since she's got that look on her face and I need a thumbnail. Oh, oops. Let me just go ahead and grab that because knowing my luck, I'm going to go, you know what? Hold up. I don't want that. Give me just a second, guys. I am sorry. I'm not trying to be unprofessional like Foodie, but usually if you get a thumbnail moment and then you try to go back and find it again, you won't find it. So let me just grab it while I know it's there. Look at the way she's looking at the food. Look at it. Nice expression on your face. Really nice. But she's describing the food as an oily mess, but yet she ordered it. This is what she wanted to eat. So this is supposed to be a mukbang. And a mukbang is about appealing food, but she's describing an item of food as an oily mess. Boy, that'll turn people's stomachs.
I hope that's not hydrogenated oil on top and grass-fed ghee instead.
What do you care? It's food. You'll eat anything.
This table's kind of high up.
You think? But Foodie, this is your video. Why didn't you take some time and set everything out and make sure it worked before you got started? I mean, just why?
Or I'm too low.
I think you're too low. Are you sitting on the floor? It kind of feels like she's sitting on the floor. Like she literally has a table on the floor.
All I really taste is the garlic bread. The bread is good. It's very oily, the palak paneer.
So that's paneer. So it's a different kind of paneer. Got it. I didn't know what that was. See, this is her fault. This is her mukbang, and she's not even describing what these things are. You know, like she described a bag of something as a minty thing, and then it took us this long to figure out what that was. It's paneer, and she ordered paneer, and she doesn't like it. Ah, it's chewy.
I don't really know why. It's yummy though. It's just salty.
Yeah, because that's what you need more in your diet, Foodie. You need a bunch of salt, right? You're not already swollen enough. You need more salt in your diet. You don't get enough. You know, salt and sugar and carbs are basically the basis of your diet. And you wonder why you're so puffy. You wonder why your face is so puffy. You wonder why your hands are blown up like surgical balloons. It's the salt, girl. Salt and sugar and not taking care of yourself. But let's add some more salt to the diet because, yeah, you need more, right?
Very hot. Here's the chunks of paneer. You know, I usually like to tell a story kind of like sometimes related to what I'm eating or, you know. I'm trying to think of like Indian food stories I have for you that are not TMI. No, I'm just joking. Actually, Indian food doesn't hurt my...
Why do you have to do that? Why are you searching for stories revolving around Indian food that are TMI? Why get gross? And you do have your phone with you. If you're looking for information on the dish, why not just look up for the information on the dish to have something to talk about relating to the dish? You know, correlate everything to where it makes sense.
My stomach. The foods that hurt my stomach the most, honestly, one food that sent me into a gallbladder attack before was
cheese. It was cheese. Like long ago, for those who do not know the foodie lore, when she was with BB, like she had to go to the ER because of eating too much cheese. I'm not even joking.
Putin. At the time, my worst enemy was a Zeller's Putin.
So you had to have your gallbladder removed because you ate too much poutine. And yet, what did you just get through eating in Thailand? Poutine. I would think that'd be something you want to stay away from.
I wish my worst enemy today was a Zeller's Putin. Actually, it still is. It's so relaxing out there. Gloomy. Melancholic. And I'm here eating dinner with you fine people. Remember from the Titanic?
What? You know, I'm waiting for the day that when she rips something open with her teeth, that one of her teeth falls out. And that's not me wishing something upon Fody. It's just that we all know she's not really good with her dental health. She doesn't take care of her teeth. She won't brush her teeth. And she's constantly using her teeth to rip bags open and things open. One day it's going to happen, Fody, because you're not taking care of your dental health.
Someone add this to the ketchup crimes community. It's good though. I mean, people put ketchup on everything because ketchup goes on everything.
Not everything. That's the way you think, but not everybody feels that way, Foodie.
Anyway, I don't have any.
Y'all see where she's got the microphone? Look where the microphone is. It's right there underneath her throat. It looks like it's directly pointed at her throat. Why would you put it there? I'm genuinely curious and I'm genuinely interested. Was there a feedie in her audience that they're paying her to eat sloppy, eat certain foods, and they want to hear the chewing and the swallowing? Is that their jam? I really want to know, because like look where the microphone is. Look right there. Why would you have it there? It makes no sense.
Specific memories.
Like I couldn't do that because I would be worried about the microphone being jammed into the throat area.
I'm trying to think when the first time. Sorry for the smacking. It's automatic. But yeah, there will be eating noises in this video, obviously.
Yeah, because maybe somebody paid for the eating noises.
Which is either your heaven or nightmare.
Yeah, like I'm not. Hold on a second. That was a clear shot. Hold on, go back.
But yeah, there will be eating noises in this video, obviously.
Okay, so right there. That's a clear shot of the microphone. So she literally has it right there against the hollow of her throat. Like, why? Why was it placed there? Why couldn't it be placed to one side or the other or on the table? Who paid for this video? I want to know.
Which is either your heaven or nightmare. I'm sorry if my chin rubs on my microphone.
Then move it. They can't be comfortable. Move it.
Spicy. Yeah, I really can't think of when the first time was. Those were good. Those were 9 out of 10. There wasn't anything specifically bad about them. They were really delicious. But you know when you just can't pinpoint what would make it perfect? Or maybe I'm leaving the 10 out of 10 for something like really wow. Anyway, it's actually good, but just different. So, the bread is good. It's either between going to this like really rundown restaurant in Cornwall, a small town, Ontario, for Indian food.
There's the mention about Canada again. Been a lot of mentions about Canada lately. Y'all notice that? Always bringing up Canada in conversation. It's like she just can't stop thinking about Canada and all the places in Canada. You want to go home, foodie? Go home. You want to go, go. It sounds like at some point you're going to have no choice anyway. Whether you are stuck in Thailand and you're going to have to go back to Canada from there, or if you go back to Kuwait, eventually you're going to have to go back. You can't hold on to Salah forever. I don't know why you're obsessed with hanging on to somebody that's not really wanting to hang on to you. At some point, this whole thing between you and Salah is going to have to come to an end. So why not just let it go now and go home and be your real self?
Or like one binge night, late night, Sobeys shopping for like, and the only thing I could find to munch on that was decent, besides some $6 cut up watermelon, was a frozen butter chicken entree. That's why when you guys say that this, you consider what I eat on mukbangs a binge, you really don't know. You don't know the Sobe nights. Those Sobe nights. A dozen hot dog or two.
You know what's disturbing about that, foodie, is that you are speaking fondly about those nights, like you miss them. You're speaking with a fondness about doing that. I don't hear in your voice, yeah, I had those really bad nights and that was really bad. And I don't want to revisit that again. There's a fondness in your voice when you speak about that. That kind of points in the direction of, I wish I could do that again. Or I miss those days versus I realized those days were horrible and I don't want to repeat that behavior.
Frozen butter chicken entree. Is that the best you can do?
Shut up singing.
You laugh or you cry. Because you cannot smile all the time.
No.
So the palak paneer is basically like oil and salt. But that's, for me, I can't judge something, give it a bad mark for oil and salt because I love it. Oops. It's raining. I'm only happy when it rains.
Don't you sing that.
I feel good when things are good.
No, you're not going to disrespect Garbage. I like that band. I like that song. Don't disrespect them. Don't sing. Shh, I said shh. Don't sing. Shh. Don't sing.
I don't feel good when things are going wrong, but I do like rain. the next line was, I feel good when things are going wrong. Then the next line was, so I can listen to a sad, sad song. Yeah, you ever do that? Like when you're pitying yourself? Well, I've seen this. I can't stand pitying myself, but whenever you're going through something bad, listen to a sad song that you
What
think like
happened there?
applies to your situation. And that's one trait I wish I was blessed with. No, because what I'm about to tell you is embarrassing.
There's a lot of jump cuts in this vlog. What happened?
Yeah. I used to pretend I was that girl from in the music video.
And guys, I'm noticing a difference in sound quality. Like her voice is kind of muffled. Again, it's not on my end, that's on her end, because the big idiot sandwich has the microphone in her throat. And she won't move it.
Always. Is it Aerosmith? No, Bon Jovi. I'll be there to the start.
No. Don't sing Bon Jovi. I grew up with Bon Jovi. No. Absolutely not. Forbidden. Do not pass go. You're not allowed.
But I didn't like the other love interest in the video.
What?
He looked too much to me like an unruly carny when I was like younger. So at the time I was into like JTT or no, not him. I was a bit older than that. Anyway, I was still old enough though.
Old enough for what?
A teenager.
Where are you going with this, Chantal? You tell a story, but you don't tell the story in full so people can follow you. You'll say something and then you'll take a bite of food, get distracted, then start up again. I mean, it takes you like 20, 30 minutes to tell a 5-minute story. Stop eating long enough to finish the freaking story.
So I used to pretend I was in that music video.
But you're not.
I was a hopeless romantic. My whole life. Okay, so let's go with
because it's just, you're a hopeless romantic who now at 39 years old, you go around looking for men that are hurting for money, and you basically seduce them with the money. And then once they're on the hook, you reel them in and you act like, generous Jennifer over there. I'll do so many things for you. But once you start doing stuff, you feel like you own them. And then if they don't give you what you want, you get angry and then you're vindictive. Yeah, you're really freaking romantic. Because that's just how you act when you're romantic at heart. You look for people that you can take advantage of with your money. You're a predator. You're not a romantic. You're a freaking disgusting, sloppy, disgusting predator. You're so lacking in your own identity and independence that you look for someone to act as a crutch and a caretaker. And it's disturbing.
the story about going to that restaurant with my aunt. My aunt wanted to, she's like, did you try this Indian dish? I think the only thing I had tried was butter chicken, but I don't remember from where. So she's like, have you ever had chole?
What? This is a boring story. Can we skip ahead?
She was like, yeah, let me take you to this place. Anyway, that's where I first had palak paneer, and I was in love. There's some really decent Indian food in Cornwall. It's weird, eh? And pizza. So She took me there, and it was like they hadn't renovated like most restaurants since like the 70s. No, since I don't know, like they opened with old furniture. It's like they went around Cornwall for ideas because they're not a really old restaurant, but it's as if they went around Cornwall looking in restaurants for like some kind of like aesthetic inspiration, and all they found was 70s. All the restaurants in my hometown haven't redecorated since the 70s, but their food is bomb.
Not Chantal criticizing restaurants for their decor when she has absolutely no fashion sense at all whatsoever. She doesn't have an eye when it comes to color or contrast. She doesn't know how to dress herself. She's 39 years old, looking like she's much older because she doesn't know how to dress herself. But she's going to criticize somebody else's sense of fashion and style. Chantal, have you ever looked in the mirror? Have you ever looked? Yeah, you need to get yourself together before you can criticize somebody else's sense of fashion and style and decor. I mean, you do have a sense of style and fashion. It's called tacky. So if you're going for that tacky look, you succeed each and every time. I will give you that.
So yeah, but the food was good, and I was surprised because when you walk in and you see the decor, you're like,
By the way, I am a child of the 70s, and I dig that 70s look when it comes to decor. I love it. Absolutely love it. I would love to have an entire house decked out retro with 70s stuff. That would be awesome. You know, be a callback back in time. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like something like 60s, 70s, retro, groovy, psychedelic, but not too psychedelic. You know, I don't want to look like one big, you know, rug trip. Just something cool, retro. We're talking shag rugs. We're talking like the bubble chairs with the speakers built into them. Just stuff like that. I would love that. Love it.
but then you take a bite and you're like, wow, this is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Yeah. Listen, raining hard. Monsoon weather. I know it's like I saw some comments where it's like, why would you go to monsoon season? Because you can't afford to go in the expensive months, or you don't want to go in the expensive months? Yeah, no, I don't. I'm the traveler who doesn't mind going on off season to avoid too many people and paying extra for no reason. Yeah, because I don't mind different kinds of weather. I love it. I don't wait.
You know, depending on the situation that Chantal's in, depending on the money that she has, she will write up a script and a narrative to make it fit. She will lie her butt off. Oh, I don't mind different kinds of weather. And I'm about like, I can travel to different places in the off season. I don't care about the rain. Really now. Listen, Chantal, the only reason why you're in Thailand is because you had to get out of Kuwait. You had to get out. And Salah can only go to certain places on his visa. So you guys chose Thailand. That's facts. He really wants to come to Canada, but he can't come to Canada. But he wants to travel, so you guys travel to the only place you could go to together. And bonus, Thailand is a bit cheaper than most. But it wasn't like you were in Kuwait and you guys went 2 or 3 months earlier when your visa was still up and you could just hop over to Thailand, see it for a little bit, and then come back. You guys waited till like the 11th and a half hour to get out of Kuwait. And now you're in Thailand, and it feels like you guys are stuck, or at least you are, because I'm sure if he made a phone call to mom and dad and said, I'm done with her, send me a plane ticket, I'm done, they would send him a plane ticket or some money to get home if it meant that you were out of the picture. He's got people that he could lean on to get him out of this thing. You don't have that. So if he wants out bad enough, there's a way out. You, not so much. But you guys are there not because you want to travel, because you had to get out. But keep spinning that false narrative if you want to.
To live my life until it's sunshiny. I'll do anything anyway. I don't care. I don't even check the weather. You know how I check the weather?
She doesn't care about the weather anywhere, because she knows wherever she goes, it's going to be the same setup. She's going to go to the place, find her room, and stay there the entire time. So what does she care about the weather? She's not going to be out in it. She's not going to do much walking. So anywhere is fine, as long as there's a room and a place to eat food.
I wake up and I look out the window.
And by the way, Chantal, I know this is kind of like a subtopic, a whatever topic, but I'm just going to bring this up because I can. Just because I can. You know, you're in Thailand. It's monsoon season. People on YouTube, they love rain videos. They love the rain ambiance videos. Those are very popular. People use rain ambiance to help them sleep. So you've been surrounded by the beautiful sound of rain. You have an ambiance channel, and you're not over there filming stuff for your ambiance channel. Real stuff. Missed opportunity. Really missed. That one video that you did in the cafe where you're getting coffee, if anybody could just take out you and the sound of your talking and then just leave the rain, it would have been very relaxing. So you've got your main channel, you've got your ambiance channel. You're in a place with tons of ambiance and the beautiful rain sounds, and you're not utilizing that. You're focused on junky food. Stupid. I just sat there for like 3 hours this morning making two rain videos from scratch. One with rain by itself and another one with lo-fi music added. They both came out great, but she's got the real thing over there. And she's not even bothering to capture some of that before she leaves.
Really good.
Like, can you hear the sound? I think you can hear the sound of rain in the background. Like, that'd be great for ambience. I'm sorry. My mind keeps going there. I apologize. It's just, I love ambiance. I got a passion for it. What can I say? I like making videos to help relax people and be creative. That's my jam. That's what I do.
That's how I check the weather. Basically. Yeah, black paneer. I love spinach.
You get through playing with your food, toddler.
I want to.
Dang. She ate that whole container of paneer, and she said it was loaded with salt. Girl, you might as well just take a salt shaker and just dump it down your throat. But I'll tell you what, when you get all kinds of swollen later and thirsty, don't come crying over here. I ain't hearing it.
I wanted to order from a place. It was like a restaurant called like We Have Cheese or I Am Cheese or something about cheese.
Who cares?
And I've been craving cheese.
You're always craving cheese.
And look over to the little area where they put the complimentary coffee.
Oh, so you have coffee in your room.
And see a fresh, squeaky block
Of
St. Albert's cheese.
what? Huh? I have never heard of a hotel or a hostel that gives you complimentary cheese. Is this a thing?
Orange cheddar, please.
Never heard of that ever. And look, Chantal, you just had an entire container of paneer that has very, very salty, and you're going to put cheese on top of that? Girl,
So salty.
your arteries must be screaming. Good God.
It's not that it's salty, it's just like really spicy.
Yeah, so I've been thinking that there's somebody in her audience, one of her special people. They must have some sort of fetish for spicy things. They might be paying Chantal to eat stuff that's really, really spicy because everything she's eating lately is spicy. They've really got a thing for spice.
I love curry. I love Indian curry. I love it. Oh man, if I went to India, I'd eat all the food.
You know, maybe it's just me, but I'm picking up a vibe that when what she just said, that really wasn't for her her confirming herself, saying to the audience, I love spicy food. It kind of felt like a message to somebody. Like if somebody paid for this video, she was saying it for their benefit, or maybe they asked her to say it. Like they want her to emphasize how much she loves spicy food. Because if she likes spicy food so much, why, when she was in Canada, she was going wild for the Nashies, and those aren't spicy.
You know how much we pay for this table at a market?
It's the table.
You can put your phone or tablet here, or laptop, small laptop, your drink. It folds. It has styrofoam padding under the folding area. It was, I'll put the price here, I'll check. Very cheap. But the lines with the light, it's like weird.
So how long exactly are you staying in Thailand? I mean, because it feels like you're going to be staying a lot longer than just a few days. A friend of mine told me that in like 4 days, you would have been there for like an entire month. So if you're going to stay there for a few more days, why bother to go out and get a table? That's something you would do if you stay for like a few more weeks.
Oh well. Maybe I can put like a cloth. Thailand is a really good place for shopping if you want to shop, because you can find super affordable things because they have so many competitive markets, and it's crazy. Both.
Yeah, but all the stuff you're buying, you really can't bring home with you. It's going to be inconvenient. I can't see you putting that in a suitcase and taking it home with you. So what's going to happen when you leave? You're going to put it in the trash can?
In the markets and online. Wow, the weather's crazy.
So that is the rain that I hear.
You should see it. All right, guys, I'm going to go enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye. See ya. Well, that was a snooze fest as far as the food. What do the people have to say? So the people have to say this. Haha 14 says, I literally just watch your videos to stay on track and to be conscious of what not to do. And I got 184 thumbs up. Buckshot says, oopsie, at 4 minutes, 14 seconds, the way like half a cup of liquid from the samosa container pours right onto you. You know, I've got questions. I don't know if that was deliberate or if that was an accident, but she did it and she didn't even react to it. So it kind of feels weird. Kara says, get rid of the microphone, FFS. I agree. Or don't get rid of it. Just move the doggone thing. Why was it in her throat? Just Breed says, paneer is cheese. Yeah, that's true. April says, take that effing mic off. A lot of people are not liking the microphone. It's not the microphone's fault, y'all. It's where she's got it placed. It was literally like right here. No reason for it to be right here, but it was right here in her in the it was like she was trying to capture the sounds of her throat while she was swallowing rather than her speech. Let's see. And of course, she edited some of the comments. All right, looking. So that's it for the comments. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope everybody has a wonderful night. We'll look forward to hearing from all of you, and please take care. Bye now.